Anya's hands trembled as she spooned coffee. Her plan was simple: make coffee, be polite, get Nikhil out the door. Years had passed, but her heart still ached with the same old pain. Nikhil sat stiffly on the sofa. His eyes darted around the room, avoiding her gaze. The air crackled with unspoken words, each silence a hammer blow to Anya's fragile composure. "Sugar?" Anya asked, her voice a mere whisper. Nikhil shook his head. "No, thank you." His voice, once warm and familiar, now felt like the voice of a stranger. Anya's grip tightened around the coffee mug. She had built walls around her heart, brick by painful brick. Seeing him again threatened to shatter them all. The aroma of coffee did little to cut through the tension. Anya, her back still turned, fought to maintain her carefully constructed composure. Each strained breath, each rustle of Nikhil's clothing, sent shivers down her spine. "It's been a long time," Nikhil finally said, his voice barely audible. Anya turned, a carefully neutral expression plastered on her face. "Yes," she agreed, her voice betraying none of the turmoil raging within. "A long time." Nikhil shifted uncomfortably on the sofa. "You look well," he offered, the words seeming to catch in his throat. Anya simply nodded, unwilling to bridge the chasm of years with empty pleasantries. She had come too far, rebuilt her life too carefully to fall prey to the ghosts of the past. Suddenly Nikhil stood. He crossed the room in a few quick strides, stopping just in front of her. Anya froze, her breath catching in her throat. Before she could react, he pulled her into an embrace. Anya's mind went blank. His arms felt familiar yet alien. Years of suppressed emotions, of carefully constructed defenses crumbled at his touch. Her body, against her will, responded to his warmth. Nikhil's hand gently stroked her hair, his touch sending a jolt through her. "I'm so sorry, Anya," he whispered, his voice thick with remorse. "I was so wrong." A wave of dizziness washed over Anya. His words, the warmth of his embrace, the scent of him that filled her senses. It was all too much, too soon. She had steeled herself for indifference, for anger, for anything but this. Nikhil pulled back slightly, his hands cupping her face. His eyes, filled with a depth of emotion she hadn't seen in years, held hers captive. "I know I hurt you, Anya," he said, his voice husky with emotion, "but I've changed. I've spent every single day regretting what I did, wishing I could take it back." Anya's heart pounded against her ribs, her breath shallow and erratic. She searched his face, desperate for any sign of the pain he had inflicted, but found only sincerity. His touch, once so familiar, now felt foreign, unsettling. "I know it's a lot to ask," Nikhil continued, his thumbs gently brushing away the tears that had welled up in her eyes. "But please, Anya, give me another chance. Let me prove to you that I'm not the same man who broke your heart." His words laced with remorse, and a desperate hope echoed in the silence. Anya found herself caught between the wreckage of the past and the uncertain promise of the future. Anya's head spun, Nikhil's words, his touch, his very presence. It was all too overwhelming. Years of carefully constructed walls threatened to crumble under the weight of his remorse. Anger flared, hot and sudden. "Changed?" she spat, her voice trembling with suppressed fury. "You think you can just waltz back into my life after all this time and erase the past?" Nikhil flinched as if struck. His hands fell away from her face, his expression a mixture of pain and pleading. "No, Anya," he said, his voice low and earnest. "I know I can't change the past, but I can spend the rest of my life making it up to you if you'll let me." Anya's mind raced. Could she trust him? Could she risk opening her heart again, only to have it broken all over again? Fear warred with a flicker of curiosity, a sliver of hope she had thought long extinguished. Anya took a step back, putting distance between them. The air thrummed with unspoken emotions, the weight of the past, a tangible presence in the room. Nikhil's sudden reappearance, his apologies, his touch, it had stirred a maelstrom within her. I need some time," Anya finally managed, her voice a strained whisper. She met his gaze, her own a mixture of apprehension and a flicker of something akin to hope. "I can't just forget everything." Nikhil's shoulders slumped slightly, but he nodded slowly. "I understand," he said, his voice laced with resignation. "But please, Anya, just think about it, that's all I ask." Anya remained silent, her gaze fixed on the city lights twinkling outside her window. The past may have been etched in stone, but the future remained unwritten. She had a choice to make: hold on to the pain of betrayal or take a cautious step toward forgiveness.